the stream. Souls! Thank you for the hit pets. If I sound strange, I just woke up from a nap. Now, let me run the ads so we can get into the game. Besides being sleepy, I'm doing good. How about yourselves? Has the weekend started fine? There we go. To calibrate my eyebrows. Of course. Nothing but suffering for you, it seems. Well, I hope this will be an interesting suffering. Let me tell you about this game. I know very little of it. I saw like 5 or 10 minutes of it. I was like, wow, this is my kind of game. And didn't watch any of it. So, I'm basically going fully blind here, but I do know enough that it might be best to suffer, it seems. Foxy? It just sit here to demand workout. Anyway, we'll be doing horror today. Right after the workout that Foxy requested. And I go. Manchester 15? Yes! The exercise causes seizures. Anyway. It is about time that we begin. As soon as I recalibrate myself. There we go. It really doesn't like my eyebrows. Anyway, I hope you two are doing fine, as we're about to dwell into this game. Now, I do need to warn you that this game is horror, and that there might be some effects that cause motion sickness, so be careful. However, how do we find out what's going on? So set the volume on, the mood lighting on, and we should be good. Nope, this is point and click. It just has effects that cause some motion sickness. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh. voice acting. I gotta increase the volume for now. Until your ears explode.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
This is probably what it was talking about the motion sickness. That the background needs around. It will be the end of the world. Well, great. Nice to put some pressure on here. There are so many choices. Wow. Sweet, I'm almost ready to offer Bonarch. Evil and Revolution. Killing Princess seems kind of bad, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Also, any comparison to Stanley Parable is purely accidental and was not part of my planning. We gotta consider that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Fine.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
She's locked up because she's dangerous. She's not dangerous because...
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
So if she stays in the cabin, we'll be fine.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Then of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Great question, Foxy. I'll ask that. If I get the choice. First, you don't tell me why she's dangerous. I'm not good at... Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
How? But how could a princess locked away in the basement and the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. If she's as bad as you say, if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But A word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
How do I know you're not the one causing the end of the world?
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
That was the day
The air
capture
is
that
stale and
controlling.
musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Ooh, sweet
The
blade.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the
You
blade.
take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Oh look, our cursor actually changed. Now has the dice. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Hero? Well, we'll be fine.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Friendly.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You
Stick
walk
is surprisingly
downstairs
well.
and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
I agree, voice needed.
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Undoubtedly, the voices in my head are telling me to kill you. What? No way! How would you ever even think that? Yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Don't you dare.
I prefer to keep my blade with me.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
We might as well have a chat. But I'm not dropping the blade.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Well, he's making a good point here.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
Fair?
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
I mean, there's probably locked up here so she can't leave the cabin.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Nice bluff, but
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I'm sorry. The title. What if she should bluff it? What if she kills us?
You go into this expecting to die, you're going to die.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Not chopping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
So be it. Fine then. This where anything pass.
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already.
Give it some time. You said that they're fine as long as she doesn't leave the
Or
cabin.
drop the blade. Do something.
Are you sure you don't want to talk?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Fair enough.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
Well, I apologize, Princess. But apparently this is for the good of the world. And you seem to be ready for it. Even almost encouraging it. Forgive me for this.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle. She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
Well now.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down.
That doesn't, look like the head of a hero. Yeah. You raise a good point, Foxy.
As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
I feel threatened. If it wasn't that we did try to kill her, she is justified.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs.
This is the end, isn't it?
Yep, so it seems.
I'm afraid it is.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The end. Well, that was a nice game. Chapter 2. The Tower.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I wonder if the tower is a reference to something, or is it a reference to a tarot card? Because if it is a reference to a tarot card, we are in trouble. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Interesting. He remembers now.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
Also note an interesting thing here. What does it matter what he knows? Capitalized.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
See you to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We might as well just pledge ourselves to her.
Voice
And
of
stop
the
pretending we're
broken.
capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to
Who
overpower
are
us.
you?
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
I think we are going insane.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
And that is true, Foxy.
I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible.
How about we just have a talk this time?
So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Because clearly, they're fine here. Proceed
If that's
into the
what you
cabin.
want, I guess I don't have a say here.
It sounds like
The
one
interior of
character
the
from
cabin is
Denver.
larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade
This is
perched
different.
on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
We don't feel small. We are small.
Fascinating. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
She doesn't see the
What
mirror.
are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Fascinating.
We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Don't worry, Foxy. All I know that this is gonna
You
get
take the
very
blade
fascinating.
from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I wonder if the princess remembers what they did.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
This is actually kind of nice.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Ah,
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
will do.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude?
Yeah, that's
Just
a
a few
good
minutes
point.
ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
Oh?
The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Well, this certainly is different.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless.
If that
to
was the
resist her.
case, she would have broken free already.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
Yeah, but it eluded.
Drop it.
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor. We didn't have to do that, and yet you did. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
And what do you think we would be able to do here?
Kneel.
No.
But the words don't leave your mouth. Instead, your legs buckle and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Bird. How so fed up? Let's talk.
The last time we met, you couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed.
Foxy, I know what your brain is thinking, and I'm thinking the same thing, so please calm down.
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
You're supposed to end the world.
You weak-willed buffoon.
Rude?
Is that so?
Yeah?
The princess closes her eyes in contemplation.
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
Yep, Foxy. Thank you.
It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
The world will end out. What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
Dramatic. Fox is already surrendering to the princess.
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you have to do it. and be whatever you want to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
Foxy has fallen. I'm not going to help you in the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that.
I say, perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
Kinky. Carry on.
Pick up that needle.
I don't know where this is going.
Do it. It's what she wants.
No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Wow! All the choices are laid out.
You
Pick
reach
up the
forward
blade.
and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
What's with the blade? They don't understand what she's telling us to do.
We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
Just gonna make her slit her own throat.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
You're drinking too much of yourself.
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
See? I told you.
What? You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Oh, Belle. End this.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
I'm sorry, too late for that.
Yes, step on me harder.
Souls, calm down. Just calm down. I'm going to slay myself.
No, you can't just slay yourself. You're perfectly healthy and capable, and all you have to do is ignore her and do what has to be done.
We can't.
The blade and the hand that wields it remain firmly locked in place until you change your mind and decide to do literally anything else.
I don't have any other choice.
Look at you quaking against my will. An ant defying a god.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's the entire chat. You're one big highlight.
It's pointless to resist. In the end, everything submits to oblivion.
I'll try in the next life.
But you're not the one resisting me, are you? There's something else in there. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Interesting.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you?
She knows about the narrator.
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits. trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
He sounds like Kerrigan from StarCraft. Well, narrator, this one differently for you.
You bring the blade to your neck. You slice through soft flesh, severing veins and arteries, your blood flowing freely down your body. It's a painful lesson in obedience, but the pain won't last forever. No.
When I see you again, you'll free me from my chains and deliver me to the destiny that lies beyond this place.
We will. I promise.
Lords of the Breaking, shut up. I have different plans here.
I know you will.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3. Thesis. However you pronounce that thing.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path... Oh, let me guess. And at the end of the path is a cabin.
We got the voice of the contrarian. Foxy, there would be no feeling anything. I did not agree to free anyone,
Excuse me?
and I hesitantly agreed to slay a person.
Come on, man. We can see it right in front of us. And besides, we've been here like, 5 times already?
3, actually.
I think this is 3. Who cares? The woods are always the worst part anyway. Nothing ever happens in them. I care. Every single time you've been here, it means an entire other reality has been damned to oblivion. One reality is already an incalculable loss. And there is a massive difference between 3 and 5.
And now you admit that you know what's going on, narrator?
Feels like the numbers getting thrown around here are too big not to be abstract. Numbers like 5. Numbers like entire realities. At the end of the day, it's all just silly, isn't it? None of us can count to a whole reality, and he's asking us to think about the difference between 3 and
I will
5.
find you. I will
You're
kill
already
you.
starting to lose the thread. Just because you can't personally sum up the contents of an entire reality doesn't mean that the people inhabiting it don't contain moral value. If you have any sense of ethics left in there, if you have any moral compass, please, you have to stop her.
And did the Autobot really rehold the blurb's text? Wow!
Don't you get it? Might makes
You
right,
stood here?
and she didn't even have to touch us last time to prove her power.
Voices of Breaking, you are correct. I don't think we have any chance of killing her.
So what? Just because she made us kill ourselves, we're supposed to submit to her authority without question?
A fair point. Unlike what Foxy here is thinking.
I knew when to surrender to our better. You would have lost eventually anyway, and it would only have made her angry. It would only have made things worse for all of us.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, for the love of... Can you all please just get on with it? You're not making this any easier for yourselves.
Foxy's already broken.
Do we even have agency right now? We either do what she wants, or we do what he wants. Either way, we're listening to somebody. Please, nothing in life is a binary. Obviously, we find a third choice that nobody wants.
Correct.
You all talk about choices and freedom, but there is no choice when it comes to the will of a god.
I'm going to cut you off right there. She is not a god, and the more times you fail, the harder it becomes for you to succeed. But the fact that you're still here means you still have a chance to pull this off. So, princess, dangerous, cabin, slay, now.
I think we're going to point of no return then.
As you finish your inane question, the ground quakes beneath your feet. You feel an unyielding force pulling at you and your surroundings. The trees start to sway and then crumble, breaking apart as everything is drawn towards the cabin. Even the earth beneath you seems to shift, your feet unable to grip solid ground as you're dragged forward along with everything else.
The end of everything. The beginning of something new. The moment we open that door, she will be free.
Time to go to the door, then.
Any, words of warning? You already know everything you need to know.
Proceed into the cabin.
As you step forward, the cabin explodes. You're flung backwards, violently slammed into a tree as debris rains down around you.
The end of something. Witness your better's ascension.
You watch in paralyzed awe and terror as the princess emerges, her body unfurling from some vast space as she stands upright to face you.
Be not afraid. Foxy, I might be certain to see your point.
The world bows to her. The ruined landscape shifts, trees and stone and the ground itself succumbing to her gravity, orbiting her like a great black hole.
Finally, the little bird has set you free. This is always how it was done.
Souls?
And this is always how it was going to begin.
Now's not the time to repent here. Now you don't need to remind me of Song of Saria. I already have traumas of that thing.
There's a loud thunk from the tree behind you as something embeds in its shattered bark. Your pristine blade. It's now or never.
But, hey, funny one, didn't you say about the third option earlier? One that would make everyone unhappy? Souls wants to kill, Foxy wants me to embrace. I'm taking the third option.
Well, we could always run away, right? To where?
To the end of the universe.
I don't know. Anywhere.
You're all ruining the moment of her ascension. Have you no respect for the divine?
No. Run away!
A coward to your core, you turn to flee, leaping from the piece of floating debris and into the empty space beyond where the woods used to be. This isn't cowardice, this is a calculated move.
It's a tactical retreat.
Sure it is. Can it be a bit of both? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't just a little afraid of her.
Are you so awestruck by my glory that you cannot bear to look at me? I think not.
As you fall, a great force pulls at the back of your neck, violently yanking you away from whatever lack of destination you were headed towards.
Now, witness me!
Yes, Your Grace.
She turns you to face her. The scruff of your neck is held firmly between two giant fingers.
Fox is literally broken.
So much for running away.
I forgive you your transgressions, but my destiny is inescapable.
She's right, we don't even have a weapon. It's over, isn't it?
Yeah.
And yet she still extends her mercy. We should do as she says. Why are you all resisting in the first place?
I'm out of choices.
So much for spiting her. Spiting him it is.
There.
Good. I can feel your heart opening to mine.
Her words are like a gentle tug, drawing you closer to the mountain of her body. You land softly on her shoulder. Her skin is warm and comforting. This really is the end.
The narrator faded away.
Is it the end? We're still here.
The night sky envisages a textured nothingness. He does not respond.
Everything is gone but us and her. This is her power. This is where we're meant to be.
He's really gone. Huh, that's unexpected. But he would have said something by now if he were still here. Right? Yeah. Never knew when to shut up, that one. It's part of why I liked him so much. I can't believe all it took to make him disappear was saying no once. What happens now?
Yeah,
This world is but an illusion, keeping us from my ascension. A play of shadows dancing on the wall.
the princess reaches forward into the textured nothing and buries her fingers in its divine flesh. Her touch is soft.
The flame may be snuffed, but the wall remains. This isn't just for my glory. You are a part of this now.
Oh, I guess we're sticking to the long night.
See? This is nice. We're safe. She's helping us. She's helping everyone.
Her grip tightens, and somehow you feel it. The pain sits at the limits of your comprehension, like an endless sea of hands falling on you one after another, before finally collapsing on themselves. You lose yourself in the darkness. You have to stop this, I can't take
It
it!
will be over soon, little bird. Then your eyes will open, and all of this pain will seem but the fading memory of a distant dream.
Soon? Soon? Does that mean there's gonna be more? My only comfort is that he isn't here to see us suffer. He would love that, wouldn't he?
The texture knot is ripped open. With it, you are ripped open. Amidst the sea of dissociative pain, you can feel everything that you pouring out into the ether. And you feel something else, too. Anger. A need to lash out and hurt that which is hurting you.
Yes. Hurt her. Do something, anything, to make it stop.
No! If suffering is what she demands of us, suffering is what we'll give. Why would I doubt our God?
It is so tempting to see what's on the other side of that great big nothing, but I think I'm gonna lose myself if this goes on for much longer. Why do we have to be the ones going through all this pain while she gets all the benefits?
Blasphemer! We have been given the gift of offering ourselves to a higher purpose, and you spit in its face.
Suffering the darkness alone. You continue to lose important pieces of yourself. The memories of entire lifetimes lived fade away into the space where your only recollection of them is that something used to be there. You die and are reborn, and die and are reborn, shrinking and shrinking again, until there's no left of you to die or
You've
shrink.
done so well, little bird. Behold, the fruit of your anguish.
Eyes open. Are they yours? They don't feel like yours anymore, but there's no other word to describe what they belong to.
Where are we? Does it even matter? Here, there, it's all the same.
You're all starting to sound like me.
I see it. The vision focus has been feeling what has been done. The world has opened up, and beyond is something beautiful.
Oh. What is that? I think I want to be there.
It's where we're supposed to be.
Can we come back if we go there? I don't want to go there if it means we can't come back.
I don't think we had much of a choice. The princess steps forward, bringing you both to the edge of something beautiful. It is dizzyingly fast. When neither of you cross the threshold, there is a roaring like an underground thunder. She stopped in place.
Were we supposed to stop? I don't think this is over.
After everything I cast aside on my path to ascension, what remnant of the old could possibly be left to defy me?
You look down at the princess's feet where it's shifting round. A mass of hands clamping over each object, clawing their way up to her body. They start to pull. And now becomes the sea, and the princess struggles to stay afloat, to keep the two feet close to the hole in the world and the light of something beautiful beyond. But she's drowning. As the sea rises, she pulls you from her shoulder and holds you above the tide. You turn back to look at her.
We have to be able to do something to help her. This can't be how it ends. It can't. It can't. It can't. It can't.
I think this is the end. I can feel every part of me freezing over.
Hands reach over for hands, pulling at her face, dragging her down into frigid depth. She's tired and the light fades from her eyes.
You have been the only thing I've ever known to show me grace. I am sorry if I have not shown you the same.
Perhaps in this next life, things will be different. The princess summons the last of her strength, her face a shield of purpose and determination. In her final act, she hurls you towards the hole in the world, towards something beautiful beyond.
Fly, little bird.
No. No. I don't want to be somewhere she isn't.
Shut up!
It would always be dark without her.
It's what she wants for us. But can we make it?
We'll make it.
Of course we can. We can do whatever we want. And I believe in her.
The hole seals before you can make it to the other side. There's time to bask in what lies beyond. It is not now. The hands. As you turn to look back at her, you see that she's gone. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in it. Her
There's
place.
that mirror again. Why is it here? Why
Received
now?
grace from the divine being. I think we're supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. No. Don't do that. I don't want to look at us.
Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. The silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. The body. It's you. You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Fair enough. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
You are always a princess. Or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
The gift of a natural vessel?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one sits at the cusp of awakening. A new god waiting to be born. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart. Do not mourn her, for she has finally found her light.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Get her out of here.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Ah. How much will I forget? Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
I see. How many more pieces do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Interesting. Okay. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 1. Dear and the Princess. Bring the apotheosis to
You're
her.
on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path
The real flight
is
of
a
princess
cabin.
starts here. So know
And
it
in
with
the
your
basement
seat.
of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Note, you can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard. Noted. Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what
Don't
to do.
mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The
So,
interior
no
of the cabin is
stabbing.
almost entirely bare. The air is stale. The blade is your implement.
Take the blade. Actually, now, enter the basement. No
The
stabbing.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I'm not embracing the sin. I am simply exploring.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I think I'm here to slay you.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Let's see where this goes.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
The narrator? I know more than you two.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Princess it is then.
Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Ah. I'm the first person you've seen in a while who's been eating or drinking.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
So, is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
The chat is split between one who wants to stand and one who doesn't want to stand. They were sent here to slay you. Apparently supposed to end the world. I want to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
I don't think she's doing it on purpose.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
I've seen it. But something you'd tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
That is true.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Do you think so?
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
I won't kill you, but I can't set you free. It's too risky. But if I stayed for a while and just kept you company, then everyone would be happy.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
Such a dark expression all of a sudden.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Okay, let's get you out of here.
You can't be serious.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret this, I promise.
We'll see.
You're making a huge mistake.
I know.
No, I think you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Is it a key? Do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Good thinking.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Dark? That is also a thought.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Ah. Those souls must have had a little break. Alright. Allow me to have some peaceful exercising. And 15. Yes, pal, you did hear. Amputation is a choice.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh, that's an issue. I should have taken the blade,
Is
but
someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Yeah, you're right.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth,
Oh, dear
her
God.
teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
That is some determination.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I just realized I can seek the king, but that's beside the point. Foxy? I do agree on that. Souls, you will get your stabby when I get more desperate. But for now, I might as well be on our good side.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Indeed.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
That's the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Alan, what you going to do?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Huh.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Narrator. You're proving that you had some control over me.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Dad?
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
She don't stop me?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Yep, she's going to stab us.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
This wouldn't have happened if you didn't take control of me.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
It couldn't be helped.
So sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything
Adolf?
goes dark. And you die.
The damsels. A different chapter.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, you bastard. You infidel and wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
The voice of the smitten.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Oh boy.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
I can hear the box in my head. Let's assume I'm telling the truth. And all of this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Because you took
You
control.
were the one who did us in, villain. Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price.
I beg to differ.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
Turn that out. Load it.
Anyway, I believe your
Eventually?
second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
A different world.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people
What
there
else?
lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
How do I know there's anything else
She
out
would
there?
never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme. Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me was because I let her. She barely held a knife. We locked her in that basement. What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
You're being vague. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Was it falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Because you just blocked
Calling
me?
us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice. Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
You're being cagey. Why aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word. She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
I'm
Maybe
right.
it's her beauty that threatens the world. Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is. Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Nah. Going to find a way to save her
That's
from the
right, you
cabin.
can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
I will.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and
Yeah,
she will
yeah,
do...
we know.
already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
Yeah, agreed.
I do.
But I also speak from the heart.
I wasn't talking
My
about you.
passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The
And a
blade
mirror.
is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It's all different than the cabin
Very
last time.
different.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
Right.
You reach
Okay.
forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous.
But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
That's what you
A
always
soft
say.
voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Smitten, shut up.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
I simply wish to help.
Yes, for
That's
everyone's
all.
sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Right. And how do
You
I
walk
know
down
that
the
your
stairs
words
and
aren't
lock
done?
eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Indeed. For once I agree with the narrator.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Ha.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
You're not those that part that she
She
remembers
called
us.
us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
I must agree with Smitten. It was self-defense.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
I want to see what happens. I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
No. So, I'm just picking how I feel.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Yes. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
I can't stand your
You listening to
behavior.
her? That's a confession.
Honestly, the world sucks. Deep down plague, and I hope he's drunk a slow and peaceful ruin to all of. No, I want world end.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
I'm not so sure.
The joke the last time was hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our
You're jumping to
beloved,
conclusions.
and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Chad is making all kinds of presumptuous things here.
No,
Time to rescue the princess.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Let him please don't.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
This is
I can't
pretending.
believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Can I just say, This is a wonderful game we're having right now. You know what I mean?
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
We'll get out of here. We'll leave, and then we have the whole life figured out what we want to do next, and we'll save the world.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each
Bad
other.
boy.
We don't need the world for our happy ending.
Dolls? Shush!
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Right.
What happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move.
Yep. Now who's behind this?
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
So it was him.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
Souls, can't you see that massive personality that she has right now?
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever
Spit
known.
it. Hush.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I guess so. Did I got this? I'm gonna do it by yourself.
Okay, yeah, you've got this.
You place your hand on the door, and the lock clicks, and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I think we had more power than you think.
Ha! I knew it. Your words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts, bound together as one.
What are you talking about, the pupils? Souls?
You and the princess make your way upstairs,
And?
the blade. That's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
Nope. You're not
You're
doing
enjoying
that.
this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you. You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
Some of these interruptions have already made up my mind for leaving.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Amanda Chase, your love will set you free.
Our happy ending at last.
We did it! What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Adventurous, we really are a bird. Did you get a chance to make that jacket? No, will you ever? It's time for you to leave. Lemma returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Now,
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
it's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before. She always gets
But it
scared.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
Yep, we are. Ah. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Approach the mirror. Approach the mirror. Gaze in the reflection. Silence as you reach forward. Jerk on it once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The blood. You growl. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. There she is. You're at the cabin.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Does it feel like the change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
I'm just so done. Do you know what you want them to?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
When I go back, it's as if the invisible wall closes round me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Ah, so that's how we know which paths to take. Useful. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring here next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Have any dots on the special?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
So it would seem, Foxy.
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. The hero and the princess, here we are again. Bring the damsel to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the
I'm
end of
gonna
that
try
path
something.
is a cabin.
On the last
And
round,
in
we're
the
gonna do
basement of
something
that cabin
different.
is a princess.
I'm not going to speak.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
And I will attempt to slay her. I will be a silent murderer. Silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. He doesn't.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your implement.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice.
Who's there?
I see if you take the blade, it becomes much more
She
menacing.
sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the...
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
And
Okay.
there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yep. Nah. Still your nerves to step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Yeah?
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Will do. Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Wow, they actually succeeded.
Oh. This is it, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Oh no! I had to speak! Of course not. That was too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up.
We'll be there soon.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pit...
You're right. Just it. Let's just get out of here.
Exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs,
Get stabbed at the
closing
back.
the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Wait.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Narrator? Explain.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
I was kinda hoping to get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
The blade. Do you hear the narrator? I'm happy, we're happy.
I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
The blade? Yep.
We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing... He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness over. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade. Don't you dare.
Let me get out of this
Thank you.
hell.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Very nonchalant.
The end. Nice knowing you.
See you in the next life. The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
As curious as I am to see where that goes, we'll have to wait until next time. This has turned into much more than I expected, and I'm enjoying this so much. So, we'll end here, the Raid Cat, and next Tuesday, we'll be continuing Stanley Parable. Took me so I knew to remember. Allow me to do the raid. There she is. And start raid. I'll see you all on Tuesday.